Cover-up, the deep state is shaking. The Department of Justice dropping a bombshell on the missing Strzok Page texts. Yes, Joshua Kaplan at the Gateway Pundit reports that additional text messages sent and received by the disgraced FBI agent Peter Strzok have been handed over to Congress. That's according to the Associated Press. They continue that in yet another twist to the Strzok saga, the FBI failed to hand over a block of the agent's texts between December 14, 2016 and May 17, 2017 because they've simply gone missing. You know what's interesting about that little block of time right there? You know what's interesting about it? That's like the most critical time moving into the election, as President Trump would start to gain momentum and other Republican candidates are falling by the wayside. That moment in time is probably where the most volatile messages exist. So of course the FBI has to delete them or misplace them. That's what they do. Hillary deletes emails, the FBI is deleting text messages. Yeah, nobody wants to get caught for their criminal activity. Nobody wants to be held accountable. That's exactly what I think is happening here. What do you think? Unreal. Because they've gone missing, or did they go missing, as the question is raised. The department also said in a letter to lawmakers that its record of messages sent to and from the agent Peter Strzok was incomplete because the FBI, for technical reasons, had been unable to preserve and retrieve about 5 months' worth of communications. Oh, God. Who believes this line of crap? Who believes this? They say, according to the letter, the FBI told the department that its system for retaining text messages sent and received on Bureau phones had failed to preserve the communications between Strzok and Page over that 5-month period. Who was their IT person? Was it Imran Aran? Was that their IT? Did the FBI use the same person? Oh my goodness. This is worse than like a Hollywood film directed by Harvey Weinstein. May 17th was the date that Mueller was appointed as special counsel to oversee the Russia investigation. What do we have here? This is what they put on the screen for me. On January 19th, the Department of Justice produced 384 pages of text messages exchanged between FBI employees Page and Strzok, according to a cover letter. The FBI did not preserve text messages between Page and Strzok between December and May. December 2016, May 2017. The department wants to bring your attention to the FBI's technical system retaining text messages, whatever. It's a crock of garbage. They say, however, according to the Daily Caller's Chuck Ross, the FBI claimed it reportedly that the reportedly missing text messages that were sent to Justice Inspector General Michael Horowitz on August 11th, 2017. Okay, so now it gets even more confusing. They write the FBI handed over those messages on July 20th, 2017. After reviewing those exchanges, Horowitz expanded the investigation to include all of the text message exchange between Strzok and Page between November 30th, 2016 to July 28th, 2017. They continue that Horowitz's office received those messages on August 10th. So what do we have here? Following our review of those messages, the OIG expanded our request to the FBI to include all messages between Strzok and Page. November 30th, 2016, through the date of the document request, which was July 28, 2017, the OIG received the additional messages on August 10th, 2017. On December 13th, Horowitz confirmed to Johnson and Grassley that the text messages were received. However, a year later, Johnson, citing Boyd, said that the FBI never handed over the text messages. Jeez, these people, man, they can't get their story straight. December 13, 2017, OIG says text received on August 10th. Following our review of those messages, expanded our request. November 30th, 2016, through the date of the document, which was July 28th, the OIG received the additional messages on August 10th. July 19, 2018, DOJ says FBI did not preserve messages covering period. OIG says that they received them. So what is it? Did they receive them or did they not? Somebody's lying here. Did they have Hillary's server guy working for them? The conflicting reports, they raise new questions about verification processes used by the Justice Department and the FBI. Horowitz may have told Senate investigators that he received something, but had not verified that they were indeed the text message requested. They continue that conversely, did the FBI knowingly or unknowingly send the wrong documents to Horowitz, only for Inspector General's office to realize they were in possession of the incorrect documents? Well, that's an answer that we will seek. But again, the plot thickens.
If the Obama administration did in fact spy on President Trump's campaign, one of the main targets may have been Donald Trump Jr., and he joins us tonight. Don Trump Jr., thanks for coming on. What do you make of this?
Good to be with you, Tucker. How are you?
I'm great, but confused. So you have members of Congress saying that this document, which I have not seen, I don't think you have either, changes the conversation completely, but they can't tell us what's in it. To the extent you have heard what's in it, what do you make of it?
You know, it sounds pretty troubling to me. Obviously, this has been a witch hunt, probably the greatest since the Salem witch trials. The interesting thing about it is the only collusion, the only shadiness, the only thing that's been discovered is what the prior administration, the DNC, and all of them have done. The irony of all of this is if Republicans conducted themselves the way I've seen the Democrats conduct themselves, we'd be reading about this on every page of every newspaper and every TV channel in the world right now. We're a little bit more honorable than them, but it really sounds disturbing. And, you know, I don't know what to do with it because I don't know what's in it. But if all of these guys are saying people's heads are going to roll, people are going to get fired, and people may actually go to jail, I think the American people deserve to know. They've been led down a road to believe X. They've been sold a bill of goods about us, about our campaign from 18 months. The media totally complicit in helping the Dems do this. And the only thing we've discovered, it was actually them. I think we need more information.
So I think that the president has the unilateral authority to declassify documents. Do you think that would be a good idea in this case?
I think it'd be a phenomenal idea. You know, I'm not aware of what that is. I don't communicate with him about these sort of things.
Right.
You know, but they've certainly gone after him. They've certainly gone after me, our whole family. I took a 20-minute meeting, okay, that everyone acknowledges would be standard practice in the campaign. I did 23 hours of testimony. To put things into perspective, Hillary Clinton, as Secretary of State, did 11 on Benghazi, where people died, where she lied and said it was about a video, where we lost an ambassador. How are those things the same? But it's the double standard that the American people are being fed, again, by the Democrats, in total complicity with the media. That's why neither have any trust from the American people anymore. I think we should all be transparent. We've been transparent throughout this whole process. It's disgusting.
Well, certainly, I think we'd all benefit from seeing what's in this memo, for sure. Do you believe that your campaign was spied on by agencies overseen by the Obama White House during the campaign?
Listen, what I've seen and what I've learned over the last few months is bordering on disgusting. So there'd be little doubt in my mind that it'd be possible. But this isn't the America that I thought would happen. I mean, this is the stuff that you read about from banana republics. But it seems like it's happening. I'd like to know. I'm not privy to that information, but it seems like all of these congressmen, none of the Democrats even want to read it. They don't even want to go see it. You know, if it was the other way around, wouldn't there be a lot more outrage from the media? Wouldn't I read about it maybe once on CNN? I think I would. And the fact that it's not being covered, they would rather cover that Donald Trump had an extra scoop of ice cream. They would rather question a rear admiral and a doctor appointed by the Obama administration saying, hey, the guy's in phenomenal shape, whether you like it or not. They would rather question that as TV quack doctors than actually talk about these real issues that really affect real Americans.
Why do you think that Democrats in the Congress who've said for over a year that their only aim is to get to the truth and to understand the nexus between Russia and the Trump campaign and the U.S. government, why would they not want to see this memo?
Because they have no actual interest in the truth, Tucker. What I've realized, they have interest in their sound bites, and the media will sell it. They both went so all in with this contrived Russia thing, based on the documents, based on the things that were probably obtained pretty illegally. They went all in that they needed it to be true. It wasn't if it was true or what happened. They needed it to be true because their entire narrative for 18 months, their entire credibility, everything that they've sold to the American people on every TV channel for almost 2 years has been based on the fact that this is gospel, that this is true, and now it turns out to all be nonsense, and it was actually them and the prior administration doing some pretty shady stuff, I mean, that is earth-shattering. That is disgusting. And the American people should be really upset about it, because this wasn't like, hey, maybe we should get to the bottom of it. This is what happened. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And you better believe it, because we're going to stick it and ram it down your throat for 2 years.
I just heard from a member of Congress who's not a hothead at all, who's kind of a moderate guy, who said he saw this and it's shocking. And so maybe the White House will take your advice and declassify it. And we can all find out what's in it. I think that might be a great education. Don Trump Jr., thanks a lot for coming on. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Tucker. Good to be with you.
Thanks a million.